see how liquid it is, right? Actually, now that this is cooled completely, I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's set. Hey, it's Grape with MaritimeGardening.com, and I thought I'd do a quick video here. I'm waiting for some bread to rise in the oven, and I just got an idea on what to do when you've made a jam the old-fashioned way, the cooked jam way, and the jam didn't set. And I suppose perhaps this doesn't apply to every instance, but you know, this is a jelly, and jellies, I guess, arguably are harder to get to set than other things. So this is a grape jelly I made with grapes from my garden. People have asked me what I did with the grapes in my garden. I got about a gallon of grapes out of the garden, so maybe a third of a gallon of grape juice. Not enough to make wine with, and the variety of grapes in the garden is like a wine grape. So not very good tasting on its own. They look like Concord grapes, but they don't taste like them. They're not sweet like that. I thought I'd make a good jam. So I made a cooked jam using Surolite, that's a pectin additive, and following the instructions meticulously and to the letter. And I put it in the jar, and the jar, I don't know if you can tell, but did not set, as you can tell. Didn't set at all. You can just pour this right out. It's looser than ketchup. So, what do you do when that's the case? Well, I'd already jarred it up and put it away, so I just left it like that because it's going to at least stay preserved. But in this, cooked jam, we'll keep, we don't have to refrigerate it or freeze or anything like that. But I thought I'd do a quick video on what to do when that's the case. And sure, you can use it as a sauce on ice cream and whatever, but you can actually salvage the jam. All you got to do is bring it back up to temperature. So let's go over to the stove and let me show you what I'm going to do to save this jam. Possibly save Christmas. Alright, so I got the pan here. I'm going to put the pan on high. I got a big, wide, shoot, sorry about that, just punched the microphone. I got a big, wide, flat pan. You want the biggest, widest, flattest pan you can get. I wouldn't use a cast iron pan for this because cast iron has flavors of other things. So if you cooked garlic, your jam's going to taste like garlic. If you cooked ginger root, your jam's going to taste like ginger root, and so on and so forth. So I wouldn't use a cast iron pan for this. But a big stainless steel pan or a big alloy pan like this, the more surface area the better, because you want to bring this to a boil. Quick, fast, hard boil should do the job. So what I find, I'm going to put this in. You'll see how liquid it is, right? I'll fire that in. Now, if you got your jam put down and preserved, I just leave it, right? This is what you do when you're taking the jam out to use it, right? It's going in the fridge. We've broken the seal, so now it's really not sterile anymore. You're going to bring this to a hard boil for 2 minutes, and that should be enough. Now, for people who are going to ask me, didn't you do the set test and all that sort of stuff? When I made this jelly, the set test is you take a teaspoon of it, you put it on a plate, put it in the fridge for 5 minutes, and see if it runs off the plate. It didn't. It looked like it had set if you use that little plate test. So to me, it appeared as though the jam had set, but it hadn't. It had not set at all. So I'm not going to bore you with this. I'll fast forward to the point where this starts to boil. Alright, so it's starting to boil a little bit now, and this is the point where you want to sort of keep it moving. It's not at a hard boil, the whole thing isn't moving, just the center of the pot. But I guess I'll start my timing from about now. So I'm going to just slowly move this around for about 2 minutes. Maybe a little bit more, because it's not at a hard, this is not what you'd call a hard boil yet. There should be bubbles everywhere. So I better represent this properly. So what it's doing in these little locations, it should sort of be doing everywhere. And it will, once it gets hot enough. Getting close now. Well, I don't understand the chemistry and the physics of jellies and gelatin and that sort of thing. But something about it, the hard boil is what's needed. Now, I did what it said to do in terms of the directions, but maybe I didn't do it. I don't know, maybe I made some small mistake, who knows. But now, so we're at a hard boil now. My clock is saying 8. It's timing something. There's something else in the oven right now that I'm clocking. So I'm gonna just started this process at 8:00. I'm gonna just move it around until it's at 6:00, and that should be enough to cause the jam or the jelly to set. Right now it's basically more like a syrup, which, you know, syrup does have, you know, uses. The syrup has its uses, I guess. But, and, you know, 1 minute might work. I don't know, but I'm not going to mess around. I don't want to have to do this again. So I'm going to let it go 2 minutes like this. And, I mean, in addition to whatever, you know, chemistry and physics is happening, we're boiling off water, so we are condensing this. And that's another advantage of the big wide pot. Well, yeah, that's all you got to do, and that should set. Just going to grab a little plate. You don't want to leave that sitting too long or it'll burn on. You can't leave this alone. You can't walk away from it. You can't go to break up a fight with your kids or anything, or you will have, this will burn on. You just keep it very slowly moving around. You don't have to do much. Alright, so we're just about there now. A couple more seconds. Alright, I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to put a teaspoon of this on this plate. And I'm going to put the rest back in the bottle, because I am confident, I have confidence that this is now jam, and it is set. And it's probably really stupid doing this over the oven, but I didn't get where I am today by not doing stupid things. It's fun to take big risks once in a while. It worked. Great to have one of these little jam, you know, bottle filters or bottle funnels. All right, that's done. Boy, it's a lot less. Look how much. I mean, in addition to whatever the boiling did, what can I grab this with? It's kind of hot. Look how much less liquid. We've lost about an inch of water from that. So we've condensed it as well, which will also, you know, improve the thickness of it. But I expect that wasn't the main problem. The problem was just one of setting. I'm going to put the sled back on and put this on the counter. And that's going in the fridge, okay? So I've broken the seal and I haven't properly canned that up. I know people are going to say, hey, you didn't, yeah, it's going in the fridge, we're going to eat it. And here's the jam I just put on that plate. See, it's moving a little bit, but it's still hot. I just put it on this plate. But you can see it's not running down off the plate, right? Moving very slowly. It has the properties of, well, you can see this, but properties of a jelly, right? I'm going to do this all backwards. Yeah, properties of a jelly, right? Not bad. So anyway, just a quick little video on what to do with a jam that didn't set or a jelly that didn't set. I can't say this will work in every case, but it's a good Hail Mary if you know, if you jarred it up and you waited a couple days, left it on the counter, and it never hardened, never thickened up. When you're going to use it, just dump it into a big, wide, flat pan and bring it to a hard boil for about 2 minutes and put it back in the jar, and it should work out okay. And I guess this video to an extent answers the question people ask me, what did you do with your grapes? They're really not eating grapes, don't have enough to make wine. I really don't have the setup in my house for making wine. And you need like a spare kitchen or the right kind of kitchen. And that's a whole separate discussion of why I don't make wine in my kitchen. The main thing is it's practically impossible for me to do in this house. It just doesn't have the right setup for it. But a great thing to do with wine grapes, if you can't make wine, is you can make a grape juice, I suppose. But you can also make a grape jelly. It's a good thing to do with them because they've got like that sort of intense flavor that makes like this jelly is, it's got like a powerful, intense taste. It's the best way I can put it. Actually, now that this is cooled completely, I mean, it's not going anywhere. Right. It's set. All right, well, found that interesting. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. Check out my podcast, maritimegardening.com. And until next time, get out there, get at it. Have fun in your kitchen. Thanks for watching.